Hello everyone and welcome to a new part of Let's Play Project Ascension. You are probably wondering what's going on in the background right now. Well, the thing is, when I tried to record the last episode, I pretty much got corpse ganked in the Barrens. And since I didn't want to let too much time pass between the first part of the video and the second one, I thought let's just start right fresh in and I'll give you a short summary of what happened in the background. To be fair, it wasn't much anyway. We picked up a new ability and I'm going to explain in this video why we picked it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright everybody, and we are back. So here you have probably seen my short introduction with the compilation of what was supposed to happen in this episode actually, and I already cut that together. Then I went and recorded another episode. It was pretty long, I talked about a bunch of stuff, but then my PC crashed. So about 1 hour, 1.5 maybe, of footage recorded just went missing completely. So again, I would like to give you a short rundown of what happened in that episode as well. We went to Thunderbluff, realized that having buffs from those flasks is actually really nice, and we were able to quest very efficient, very fast. We have a huge DPS output. And as you can see, I also went with Blessing of Might. There are a few reasons why I picked those specific spells. So first of all, why Psychic Stream? I think having an instant fear effect that also affects multiple people can be really beneficial, and that's why I went with it. Later we might transition this into a Death Coil, and you also have to keep in mind that in terms of tangling mechanics, slow mechanics, we have the really sticky glue, which means, well, we already have something like this, at least for now. And as you can see, I went with Blessing of Might. Now what I really like about this pick is that my pet and I myself profit from buffs, so it's like double the effectiveness. It's just such a shame that the whole episode went missing because I was discussing this really detailed and really long. My thought process behind why I picked this now and, well, not something different. To make it short, I really didn't want it to be like a standard hunter build, because if I went with that I probably would just get Serpent Sting and Concussive Shot, because damage over time would be nice and also slow would be nice. But again, we have so many buffs right now, so damage over time is not really that big of an issue right now. That's why I also didn't pick up something like Corruption. That is another discussion in itself actually, because Corruption scales with spell power and Serpent Sting would scale with attack power, which would be a bit better for this build. But I guess it's also something I can let you decide on, since I'm not going to pick it right now anyway. Would you rather have a standard build with something like Serpent Sting, or would you prefer to go a bit more into something different? In terms of slow and instant damage, I also did not decide to go with Fire Blast or like a Concussive Shot or something else along those lines. The reason behind that is that I think that Frost Shock just combines both of those things perfectly together. Like a slow, a nuke, Frost Shock seems to be a very good choice at level 20. So I think for the next few levels I just won't spend as many ability essences. So for level 20 we have accumulated enough. For example, I would really like to get Ghost Wolf and Frost Shock of course. Also Blink or Disengage. As a side note, I would always recommend you to go to Crowdome Farm and pick up the Chance Empty Crack. It's a nice and easy quest. You have to hand it into Ratchet and there's a bunch of follow-up stuff after that, so yeah, you can get some good XP from that. But yeah, regarding my picks, I really hope that you can kinda get behind why I picked certain things, and I would also like to know what do you think of my idea to save up some ability essences until level 20. Maybe also if you disagree with me picking up this buff right here, Blessing of Might. Because I think there are some arguments to be made against it. But again, it was like almost the whole episode, like about an hour of me just constantly debating and not knowing what to pick. So this is really the short and condensed version right now. And if you think that you could have chosen better, then really please let me know in the comments. I will try to respond to everyone, and maybe if I didn't do a good job of explaining my thought process right now, that I at least can maybe give you a short overview of why I might have decided to go against a certain ability. Because it's all a bit blurry right now anyway. I'm not too sure what I talked about in the earlier episode and like what did I miss out on this one right now. Like this whole episode, I'm really sorry that it's so confusing and like cut together. But I guess it's just the way it is in World of Warcraft and online games of that kind. Like you can't really replay any parts of the game and you have to just go with the flow. There are around 9 people online right now, so I hope Crossroads will be safe. There's someone, but doesn't seem to be a threat. Looks like he's waiting inside that inn until I'm gone. Okay, let's just run to Ratchet, hand in some quests, maybe accept a few new ones, and then I think I will already end the episode for today. there's just so much stuff going wrong with the recordings for this episode that I really just want to conclude it and then, well, have a fresh start on the next one. This is the brewmaster you have to give Jen's empty keg to. And then he has like a follow-up quest about killing all kinds of different beasts in the Barrens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it for this episode. I'm really sorry that it's so unstructured and all over the place. Again, if you would have picked something else than Blessing of Mind, please let me know in the comments down below and I will try to respond. In any case, thank you so much for watching again. I hope you will join me on the next episode. Until then, have a great time. Bye guys.